A tribute of purple flowers and stuffed animals honors 4th grader Illiana Peters, also named Lilly, who went missing late Sunday night, April 24, 2022, and was last seen at Parkview Elementary School in Chippewa Falls. The girl's father called the Chippewa Falls Police Department at 9 p.m. on April 24 to report that his daughter had gone missing. Her aunt's house was located in the 400 block of N Grove St., a 5-minute walk from her family's home. He told police that Lilly had not come home at 11 p.m. Investigators led by Mr. Kellum searched an address in the block where Lilly had gone to see her aunt the day before she vanished. Lilly had last been seen leaving the house on Sunday afternoon. That search turned up anything of worth. Additional interviews and evidence were gathered. In Chippewa Falls, near the Laney's Lodge, Lilly's father searched for her and discovered her bicycle. Law enforcement searched that night but found nothing. This is the story of Lilly Peters. On April 25 at 8:54 a.m., someone who knew Lilly went looking for her near where her bicycle had been found, nearly 12 hours after she was reported missing. He found Lilly in strangulation and blunt force trauma were ruled to be the cause of death for the 10-year-old girl. The crime scene is what Kellum referred to as the path and the wooded area. On Tuesday, her great-grandma, Diane Irely, told a reporter from the U.S. Today Journal-Sentinel that she's a very nice little child. She's a sweetheart who's always on her best behavior. Chippewa Falls, located around 100 miles east of the Twin Cities, was rocked by Lilly's death. Some people gathered to attach purple ribbons to the lampposts around town for her memory. Jennifer Barrett described the news of Lilly's death as extremely terrible for the community in which she lived. "This is an extremely close-knit community," she remarked. "For us, this was a huge blow." According to Terry Ouimet, several people in Chippewa Falls have been left feeling helpless and shocked by Lilly's death. Ouimet commented, "You must feel very powerless. You're trying to fix everything. We're at a loss as to what to do next. What can you do? What can you do?" There were flowers, balloons, plush animals, and other items left near Lilly's elementary school, Parkview Elementary, in memory of Lilly. School had just ended for Tiffany Thompson and her 8-year-old stepdaughter, Lexi Frank, when they decided to visit the monument on Tuesday. Thompson stated that the last 4 days haven't been easy, but they've shown the community's ability to unite. Keeping children informed about how to stay safe in the neighborhood is the most critical thing right now. An online campaign for Lilly's family had raised more than $18,000. According to Chippewa County Coroner Ronald Patton, a homicide was determined to be the cause of death after an autopsy was performed. Toxicology tests should have findings in 4 to 6 weeks. Police in western Wisconsin have detained a juvenile connected with the death of 10-year-old Illiana Lilly Peters. According to Chippewa Falls Police Chief Matt Kellum, the suspect was apprehended early Tuesday, April 26, 2022 evening in a Chippewa Falls residence. He wasn't a stranger either. CBS Minnesota quotes Kellum as saying, "The victim knew the suspect. At this moment, we do not feel the community is at risk." According to CBS Minnesota, Lilly's aunt's house, where she was last seen on Sunday, was where the suspect was detained. It turned out to be that the suspect is the 14-year-old cousin Carson Peters Berger. According to the complaint, when the suspect got home, he washed and put his clothes in the washer before learning of the victim's disappearance. The accuser allegedly confessed to finding a more effective method of hiding the victim after realizing this. The lawsuit alleges that he returned to the victim's body and covered her with leaves. The following day, someone searching for her found her dead not far from where her bicycle had been found. According to the complaint, the charged suspect in the case told investigators on April 26 that he helped Lilly get her bike at home in Chippewa Falls and that while she rode her bike, he rode his hoverboard. The suspect allegedly admitted to detectives that he planned to rape and murder Lilly.
The statements that the defendant made to law enforcement that his intention was to rape and kill the victim from the get-go when he left the house with the victim going down the trail. State believes that there is a need to protect the community.
He admitted to detectives that he assaulted Lilly after asking her to abandon the trail and walk into the woods. He said he got afraid and went back to his house to shower and change into new clothing. When he learned that Lilly had gone missing, he returned to relocate her body and cover it with leaves to conceal her remains better. These and other records, such as search warrants, are being withheld from public view until all parties can review their contents. According to the Chippewa County DA's Wade Newell, several warrants are part of an ongoing investigation and contain identifying information. On June 24 at 9:30 a.m. in Chippewa County Circuit Court, there will be a status conference on the case. The defendant and his lawyer, Michael Cohen, will appear electronically at the conference to fix future court dates in the case. The day was chosen so that Newell could provide materials to the defendant and his counsel, and the defense could go over everything. On Thursday, Newell told a judge that he expected to have all the evidence ready by Friday. According to Cohen, he hasn't had a chance to look at anything beyond the criminal complaint. The status conference will determine dates for future hearings and get all parties, including victims and witnesses, time to make travel plans to attend. In Lilly's killing, the 14-year-old cousin has been charged with first-degree deliberate murder. Before sexually abusing the girl, the kid allegedly assaulted and strangled her with a stick before hitting her. Newell told a bond hearing the boy planned to rape and kill Lilly. In adult court, the teenager might be sentenced to life in jail if found guilty. Although this isn't always possible, a juvenile prison institution is intended to house criminals until they turn 21 years old. According to Karen Nance, a former prosecutor and current defense attorney, the range of possible outcomes is wide. It happens far too frequently. We aren't fully grown until we're at least 25 years old when it comes down to it. In other words, here is a 14-year-old 8th grader who hasn't developed his brain enough to be able to make an informed decision and who, if convicted guilty and returned to juvenile court, will only have the right to a hearing in front of a judge rather than in front of a jury. If he has a criminal record or a troubled family history, all of those things are taken into account while deciding what punishment should be meted out if this crime is shown to have been committed. As a result, numerous considerations must be made, as well as the victim's relatives, of course. According to them, they've been through something truly horrifying. Thanks for watching the video. We would love to hear your thoughts about the story of Lilly Peters in the comment section below. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button to enjoy more videos on CRIMELAB. See you by the next story.